world. Number 5. Daredevil. Not to be confused with the movie Stuntman. The daredevil, almost by definition, crosses the boundary from stunt to high risk. Daredevils include risk-taking pioneers doing death-defying feats, from tightrope walkers parading over unimaginable heights, to early aviation pioneers, to fearless men jumping over waterfalls. There was Sam Patch, who in 1829 was the first to jump from the top of Niagara Falls into the river below and live. Number 4. Offshore oil rigger. You're playing with one of the most combustible materials in the world, oil. While the level of danger depends heavily on the location of the rig, a big floating man-made island, every rigger is in constant peril of explosions, drowning accidents, and from heavy equipment, and kidnapping. Riggers often work 16-hour shifts through the middle of the night, sometimes going as long as a day or two without sleep. If one worker in a team loses concentration, he is a danger to himself and his co-workers. With so many moving parts in the engines, clothes, fingers, and arms, sometimes entire lives can be sucked into the machines. Number 3. Smoke jumper. These guys basically jump out of planes toward fire. Lucky for them, they don't land in the conflagration. Unlucky for them, they sometimes crash into trees. If they get seriously hurt in the process, they're helpless until the ground crews arrive, much later. Heavily padded suits help shield smoke jumpers against trees. The Man Gulch Fire of 1949 was the largest disaster involving smoke jumper deaths ever. 13 smoke jumpers were killed by the blaze. There have been no smoke jumping deaths since that event, but jumping into large fires with little hope of rescue if things get dicey gets bonus points for the danger. Number 2. Urban cop. After all the common jokes about the donuts and coffee, being a cop, particularly an undercover, narcotics, or vice cop in a US urban city, is really dangerous. You're dealing with gangs, criminals, and drug dealers who will risk everything to protect their turf and their freedom. And they won't necessarily mind taking your life to preserve their own. Number 1. Suicide assailant. This is the most dangerous of all occupations, and one that probably attracts the fewest applicants. The fundamental requirement, by definition alone, is to sacrifice your life while completing your task. Survival rate is practically nil. You have to be either a real idiot to fail, or suddenly wake up and realize that maybe this job is not the best idea. Whether you're talking Japanese kamikaze pilots in World War II, Al-Qaeda car bombers, or other types of violent self-sacrificial acts, the fatality rate is almost as high as it can be, making it one of, if not the most dangerous job in the world.